If not, I at least hope that your night improves. So, tonight might be a bit of a shorter stream, because I'm a little tired today, but I still wanted to do this, because I think I'm good. So, but, we're going to be using some more gentle, what I would consider gentle decks today. We're going to be using the cat meme tarot, because I feel like we just need a little bit of silliness right now. I love the cat meme tarot, so we're going to be using this wonderful, adorable deck here. And I also noticed that, of course, my favorite card is the one that's on the bottom. The star card that is the Christmas tree cat. I love this card so much. And to go along with that, we're going to be using the Mabon Oracle. Since, you know, the equinox is literally right around the corner. It's in a couple days. So we're going to be using that deck for our Oracle deck tonight. And then to go along with the gentle, chill themes, we're going to be using the Thera-pets deck, which I believe it's been a while since I've used. So we're gonna be using that. I haven't used this in a while, actually. I love this deck. It's beautiful. I love using it as like just kind of affirmation pulls. It's really wonderful for that. And the Cat Meme Tarot is unfortunately only Major Arcana, but if we need like to bring Minor Arcana into the equation, I'm just gonna be using a deck of playing cards. Let's go ahead and get into the first collective now, shall we? Let's see. I can go in here. I guess we can get like 1, 2, maybe Major Arcana cards from this, and I'll pull some cards from the playing cards if I feel like we need them. Okay. Can we choose a direction, please? Really? Okay. That's mostly upright. I'm gonna count that as upright. Alrighty. So. I got one major arcana card. Oh, I just realized I forgot to take out the, I forgot to take these out, actually. I want to use playing cards because there's only, like, 3 court cards in a playing card deck. I usually take them out and just use the pip cards. Okay, I'll leave them in. Hello there. Alrighty. That was immediate, I guess. Alrighty. We have the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. So, essentially, the 7 of Wands here is here to tell you that there's still kind of some work to be done, okay? Like, there's still effort that needs to be put into something, okay? But, check in with that and make sure, check in with that and make sure that you're putting in that, like, effort where it is, like, best used, okay? But also, with the 7 of Wands here, or not with the 7 of Wands, sorry. With the High Priestess here, rather, with the High Priestess here, the High Priestess here is here to tell you that, you know, there's kind of that element here of, like, trusting in yourself and, like, believing in yourself, okay? And that, like, you know what you need to do here, okay? You know what you need to do here, and what, like, adjustments and stuff you need to make here to the things that you're working towards, okay? The 6 of Cups here is kind of here to remind you that, like, so, patterns of the past here, it's a reminder to not get stuck in those, like, past, like, patterns. Okay, don't get stuck in those past patterns. That, like, programming that you learned as a kid, okay? And just remember that remember that whatever it is that you're working towards right now, okay, that you, like, do deserve, which is kind of, you know, like, create that for yourself, okay? Because the 7 of Wands also sometimes brings that, like the 5 of Wands, it still kind of has that element of just kind of, like, kind of a bit of like competitiveness, but it's the kind of competitiveness that comes when you've like established yourself somewhere. It's like that sort of opposition. The Seven of Wands usually reflecting that you've already just kind of established yourself somewhere. You've already done the work, but there's still some work to do. Except that now the work that needs to be done is just kind of work that keeps you in that position. So, yeah. So, if you're just kind of feeling like you don't deserve to be in the position that you are right now, knock that shit off. Hey, my papa. And yes, absolutely. Totally. She beautiful. I love the cat meme tarot so much. It's unfortunately like major arcana only. I wish like it was a full deck, but I love this deck so much. I love it so much. Totally. Look at her accessorizing. Look at her accessories. She's a fucking trendsetter. I love the pairing of the High Priestess. I'm gonna try to find it here in the deck. I love the pairing in the High Priestess and the Hierophant. The Hierophant and the Priestess, the High Priestess, both have like a similar sort of energy. And that was something that the creator of this deck did lean into a little bit, and like that similarity between the cards, like the energies of the cards, comes in like I like to kind of like describe it as like the High Priestess is kind of like that spiritual connection that's like on the internal side, and the Hierophant is often about like that spiritual connection but from like external. And the Hierophant is usually associated with like the Pope traditionally. In fact, that's what the card used to be called. And it symbolizes, you know, like spiritual connection through, you know, like spiritual leaders essentially. But also, outside of that, it also is like inner knowledge with High Priestess compared to knowledge that's passed down from other sources with the Hierophant. So, but yes, they match. She has a crock on her head. He has a slipper on his head. They match. They match. And like similarly, you know, with you got the Emperor and the Empress. And in this deck, they're both fucking chonkers. Like, literally right in front of the Hierophant here, you got the Emperor. Look at him. He's large and in charge. Look at him. Look at him. In all his glory. And then, going along with that, you got the Empress. Right? You got the Empress as well, who's also chonky. And lovely. Like, look at her. Look at her. You think she gives a fuck about what anyone else thinks about her? No. That expression to me on this like cat, just it's just giving like that head empty sort of vibe, but also the thinking about food kind of vibe. Again, like, you think she gives a fuck? No. She treats herself. She indulges herself. She doesn't give a fuck. And I love that energy about the Empress in this deck. It's wonderful. And my favorite card, as I was like saying earlier, is the Star, because it's the Christmas tree cat. The Christmas tree void. That's the meme that they're referencing here. The cat meme that they're referencing here is the Christmas tree void. And I love it. It's my favorite card out of this deck. Aside from the Justice card. The Justice card is a very close second. Because the Justice card is literally just a little shit. The Justice card is just a little shit. He's proudly facing the consequences of his own actions. He gives no fucks. Anyway. Also, hello, Adam. I love the cat meme tarot every time I use it. Again, after not using it for like a while, I'm just reminded of how much I love it. And why I really should use it more. Okay, and then we got a card here. Okay. Harvest Moon. Slow your heart and move gently into the coming of self. Which I think is going kind of in line a little bit about what I said about like this Seven of Wands energy and also the High Priestess. Like I said about the Seven of Wands earlier, like you've already established yourself. Make sure that energy that you're putting in isn't being wasted. That's being put to good use and that you're not like overextending yourself, okay? I feel like that one is gonna go real well with that side of that message. Harvest Moon. Slow your heart and move gently into the coming of self. Realigning. Keywords are realigning with the soul, time for a slower pace, and self-care. Again, you know what you need. You know you need. So follow that, okay? Your higher self chose this card because fall is a natural time for adopting a slower pace. The harvest moon is generally the full moon that occurs closest to the autumn equinox, which is the 21st, the day before the equinox, I think. Is it a full moon? Actually, don't fucking... Is it? Is the eclipse a fucking lunar or solar? I don't remember. I know there is an eclipse coming soon. No. The harvest moon is generally the full moon that occurs closest to the autumn equinox and is associated with balance, realignment, and reflection. Actually, hold on. I'm curious about that now. I need to look this up really quick. Give me one moment. Oops. Is it a new moon? I think it's a new moon. Yeah, it's a new moon. So, when is the full moon? I think we already, like, had it. Either way, the harvest moon is generally the full moon that occurs closest to the autumn equinox and is associated with balance, realignment, and reflection. Yeah, the equinox is on the 22nd, so... And that in and of itself is also associated with those things as well. So, the equinox, Mabon, as it's known as well, for those who are, you know, like practicing pagans or Wiccans or witches. The equinox is also known as a Sabbat that's called Mabon, and the equinox is associated typically with the second harvest of the season, and that's when you like start celebrating, like you start celebrating the abundance. Like Thanksgiving used to be celebrated closer to the equinox, but I forget the exact reason for why it was moved to November instead. But Mabon, think of Mabon as kind of like the original Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving used to be celebrated closer to the equinox. Not, you know, the end of November. The equinox is traditionally associated with the second harvest of the season. And that's typically when you, like, have a celebration for an abundant harvest that year. And when you get together and celebrate that with, you know, those close to you. You know, you also kind of, like, start preparing for the coming winter. By, like, traditionally in the past, you know, our ancestors would have prepared for the coming winter by, stocking their, you know, like, larders, stocking their pantries, stocking up for the season, making sure they had enough food to last for the season, which is exactly what this whole thing was a celebration of, was having enough for the rest of the year, for the cold, for the coming darkness and cold. So, yeah. Also, the autumn equinox itself, outside of that, is also associated with, as this says about the harvest moon, the equinox itself is also associated with balance realignment and is typically a period of reflection and adjustment. At that time, the air gets a familiar crispness, the days are noticeably shorter, and animals begin to find warmer places to shelter. And no one could blame you for seeking out comfort foods and warm drinks. Slowing down naturally leads to a desire for more self-support, making the harvest moon one of the best moon energies for focusing on spiritual nourishment and well-being. Your soul is guiding you through this card to shine a light on your self-care needs. Prioritizing rest and relaxation is a worthy cause, but making space for all forms of self-care is necessary for feeling supported and fulfilled. Today you may need to give yourself some grace when a deadline has come and gone, and you're still no closer to achieving what you wanted. Tomorrow you might need that one friend who always makes you laugh, even when it seems as though the world is shifting beneath your feet. The day after you may need to dance naked and sing in the bathroom using your hairbrush as a microphone. Reflect upon the ways you've neglected yourself, doing so with self-compassion and self-love. There's no need to slap yourself on the wrist for forgetting to drink enough water, or those times you canceled on your friends at the last minute, as long as you make a commitment to doing your best moving forward. Every moment of awareness is an opportunity to make a new choice, and every new choice is a deposit in your well-being bank account. Yeah, so, you know what you need. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body is telling you, okay? And what you just kind of know within you that you need. Like, rather than continuing to, you know, like, push yourself forward because you feel like you just have to keep going to keep maintaining that, like, position that you've, like, found yourself in. That's not sustainable. You do have to give yourself time to, like, rest and relax. And resting and relaxing and taking care of yourself is valid, and it's absolutely 100% necessary. Okay? Like, tonight, speaking of, like, trusting that inner knowing, tonight was a bit of an adventure. I fucking, like, when I went to go, like, prepare for, like, stream, like, a couple hours ago, around, like, 4 o'clock, I walked in my closet and, like, my eye was caught by a really pretty short, strappy red dress that I don't wear very much, because it's, you know, it's kind of short, and I gotta be careful about bending over in it. Very careful about bending over in it. And I ended up pulling it off the hanger and tossing that on after I got out of the shower, just because I felt like, you know, wearing something pretty tonight. And I decided that I was probably going to wear my red lipstick with it because I felt called to my red lipstick lately anyway. And then, like, after getting out of the shower and stuff, I oh yeah, and, like, I also went to go, before getting in the shower, I went to go to, like, my container. I have a box full of, like, a bunch of body sprays. Like this. And I just looked at the box. Again, went with whichever one caught my eye, which ended up being the one that's called Hello Beautiful. And I was just like, oh, that's funny. It fits so perfectly with the vibe right now. It's just the one I instinctively went for and just picked up. And then after getting out of the shower, I also kind of, like, suddenly remembered that I have this really cute pure lace pink bra that I haven't really worn yet since getting it a few months ago. And I decided, fuck it. Like, it's purely for myself anyway, because no one else can see it. So, fuck it. If it helps me feel, like, a little bit more pretty, sure, let's do it. And so then I reach into my hamper, I reach into my hamper, my hamper of, like, clean clothes, and fish out some panties, and it ends up being some, yeah. Let's just say they match the pink lace bra very well. So that was an adventure. And it's again, it's just for me. So apparently I guess I just needed to feel extra pretty tonight. So I got dressed up. All nice for myself. Because, you know, no one else can see me but me. And yeah. And it worked. I definitely feel very pretty right now, so. And again, I did it for myself. And also that's the reason why I've been like getting fake nails for myself as well, is just because it helps me feel like more pretty. And it just brings that, you know, like small moment of joy. And like I got like 4 new pairs of them, and I ended up putting on like a new one than the ones I was wearing last stream just a couple days ago. I ended up putting on some of the new ones, and they're very pretty. The camera isn't picking them up very well. It's probably because of this light right now, though. But yeah. And yeah, so. And again, they're just for me. It's not something that's really, especially like the really subtle details about the nails. It's not really going to be noticed by anyone else but me. But every time I shift my nails, I get that really pretty shine from the little rhinestones that are on it. And the pretty shimmer of the glitter that's on them that isn't really even visible on camera, even because it's so fucking subtle. I mean, you can see it a little bit better on that one. But they're so pretty. And it's like a deep purple to... It's like deep purple and then like a darker purple here. Like a dark purple color. That just fades out to like a nude. It's pretty. It's so pretty. And it has like little stars and moons on them. And like little rhinestones for like just a little extra flash. And again, I'm really the only one that's gonna notice them. I did it purely for myself. So that's a form that I've been, you know, just kind of like nurturing myself and taking care of myself. And yes, the cat cards are absolutely adorable. And hello. This is the cat meme tarot that we're using tonight. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It is one of my favorite tarot decks. Okay. Enough yapping. But yes, there's value in taking care of yourself and doing things just for yourself, okay? There's value in that. Yes, Kitty would get all of the pets. Yeah, it's not open yet, actually, Amp. You're good. And also, hello. It's not open yet. I'm just doing the collectives. I haven't even opened you yet. I'm just taking my time tonight, I guess, because I'm tired. So I'm probably just being extra slow tonight. But I'm also doing a lot of yapping, so whatever. Oh. Here's a friendly reminder that the negative voice in your head is not you, and you are actually completely delightful. So don't listen to that bitch. So, I am not a fan of the lighting right now. I'm gonna switch lights. Switch that 1, 2. There we go. That way it's more visible. But not super intense glare and just shadows cast from, you know, my phone here. So, yes. Remember that that negative voice in your head is a lying bitch. It's not telling you the truth. Don't forget to counteract that voice with something positive instead. And if that negative voice is just anxiety and spouting a bunch of what ifs at you, counter it with reminding it that it doesn't know that yet because it hasn't happened. So kindly fuck off. Okay, anyway, I hope that message helps. For anyone who needed to hear it. All that negative voice is like, never you, okay? It is never you. Big Papa. That negative voice is usually just, again, going back to what I said about that Six of Cups energy. It's usually just some past patterning that we picked up at some point in our childhood. It's just repeating things that we were told as we grew up. Things that we often think that we just kind of deserve to hear because we've heard them before from, you know, like, people in our life that mattered that shouldn't have been telling us that in the first place. Like our parents, or like an authority figure of some sort in your life, whether that was a teacher or, you know, someone important to you. If that negative voice in your head is doing nothing but tearing you down, that's not you, that's just an old pattern that needs to be worked through, and a shadow that needs to be worked with. You should never be tearing yourself down. Ever. It's not something that you deserve from anyone, and especially not something that you deserve from yourself. No, that negative voice is very much like the negative voice that does nothing but criticize you and tear you down. It's just nothing but, you know, it's just nothing but an old pattern that needs to be worked through. Oh. I'm sorry, Mabon. That fucking sucks. Also, that emote, what the fuck? You have like some of the best emotes that I've fucking seen, and I love them. I love that emote. That emote is fantastic. The emote is fantastic. Every now and then I'll just see you use some fucking emote that just makes me giggle, because it's just... It's just so what the fuck and so silly. But anyway, since I'm going so slow tonight and because I'm tired, I think I'm just going to do the one collective tonight rather than two, because that one single collective took me like 40 fucking minutes. Apparently. Holy fuck. Alright. The queue is now open if you wish to join. Also, hello Bree, I just realized I never said hello to you. And I'm glad that Parker was a good boy. Nah, you're all good, Mabon, don't worry about it. If you want to, sure, yes. I should be able to answer that. And if you want me to switch decks, because I'm just using a combination of the Cat Meme Terror, which is only Major Arcana, and like playing cards, just kind of supplement it with like minor Arcana. If you want me to actually use like a full deck, I will be happy to do so. Because that might work better than, you know, trying to go through 2 different decks. But yes, if you want to, go ahead. I will take a moment to snack on some delicious chocolate-covered pistachios that I got as a snack earlier today when I got some groceries. Oh. Thank you for the tip, by the way, Aunt. I really do appreciate that. I'm assuming you left the question with the tip here. Let me go, double check that real quick. Oof. Oh no, you're good. You're all good. You're all good, don't worry about it. But yeah, just whenever you're ready, let me know what question you would like to ask. And I will choose a tarot deck here. Do you want Tarot of the Divine or Star Spinner? I think I'm hearing Star Spinner, but I'll let you decide. Okay. 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 Star Spinner it is then. Hey, Chatterbeak Gazy. I hope you're doing well. Okay. Okay. So, just a check-in with this connection and how to move forward. Okay. Sure. Alright, let's see what we got for you here, Ant. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Something. Okay. Okay. That one literally just fell out of my hand. I just, because these fell out stuck together, I just wanted to make sure that they wanted to be in that direction. Something told me they didn't want to. This one did, this one didn't. So immediately upon seeing this Queen of Swords, I kind of got the vibe, like, already before I even pull the cards. Like, Queen of Swords energy, definitely bringing that energy of just kind of like, yeah, boundaries are necessary here, okay. Boundaries are necessary here, so that's okay. Like, you kind of need to do what's best for you right now, is kind of like the vibe of this, okay? You need to do what's best for you right now. And right now, it seems like that means just kind of like setting boundaries right now, keeping those boundaries just in place, and keeping things where they are right now. And prioritizing yourself. Because, oh, I just realized I didn't even say all the cards. We have the Queen of Swords reversed, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Coins. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, the Two of Coins energy here is all about, like, reprioritization. And right now, that means reprioritizing you and what you know is best for you. And doing what's best for you and honoring yourself in that way, okay? Honoring yourself in that way, again, being prioritizing yourself, doing what you know you need to do, what you think is best for you, and keeping those, like, keeping those boundaries up and remembering that lesson, okay? This may not exactly have been the happy ending here, and it may not have gone the way that you expected it to here with that, like, Nine of Cups energy, but remember that this is just kind of for your own good, for your own benefit, okay? And just essentially, yeah. It's just kind of getting you to just kind of realize some necessary things about yourself, and yeah, relationships like that aren't always the best, like, and they're not always the easiest, and it can kind of be difficult to release, you know, those relationships, especially, like, if we did know them for a significant portion of our lives. Well, yeah. For now, there's also just kind of like that little bit of a vibe here too, like this is just doing what's best for you in the moment right now, okay? That doesn't mean that like this can't shift again in the future at some point, and that you can't potentially reconnect at some point in the future, okay? But yeah, just for now, do what is best for you. Do what's in your best interests. Be a little, you know, self-serving right now, okay? I know that's a lesson that a lot of us are kind of going through right now. Self-serving doesn't necessarily equate to, you know, selfish. Doing what you know is best for you and setting boundaries and maintaining those boundaries is one of the biggest ways that you can actually care for yourself and show that you value yourself. Okay? Like, it is a very, very important part of self-care. And that is really hard for a lot of us to learn, is that it's not selfish. It's necessary. Yeah. I've definitely had people like that in my life. I've definitely had people like that in my life where they were just there to serve a purpose and teach me a lesson. And once that purpose was served, gone. Yeah. And also, hello, Single Pringle. I love that name, by the way. But yeah, that's the general energy here, okay? But yeah, like, don't be afraid to prioritize yourself and do what you know is best for you, okay? Yeah. Yeah. And let's get you your oracle card here and see what that wants to add. Mead and wine. I feel like this is kind of going to tie into that Nine of Cups energy there. Mead and wine. Your presence embodied, tasting the pleasure flowing through your being. I don't know I've really ever gotten this card too much. I actually don't quite know what the message in this one is. So let's see. Hey, Kels. Keywords for this are debauchery, indulgence, pleasure, satisfaction, living in the moment. Yeah, those are kind of going in line with that Nine of Cups energy. Your higher self chose this card because you were urgently in need of more play, fun, debauchery, and throwing caution to the wind. Of course, bills need to be paid and you have to put food on the table, but playtime is a basic human need, and it contributes to your health and happiness. right here. This is kind of prioritizing your own happiness, okay? That's exactly this energy. That Nine of Cups energy. This need is so often overlooked when you're barely making it through the day and wake up to each new day filled with worry about your jam-packed schedule. You may not even be aware of the breath you've been holding in or the stress you're carrying until you get out and do something fun. Living in the moment can come in many forms, from the most expensive adventure to a good time on a dime. A spontaneous living room picnic or a Sunday drive with your partner can turn into a night of renewed passion. A trip to the beach with your kids or besties and an iPhone can lead the way to beautiful memories. You can all reminisce, lead the way to beautiful memories you can all reminisce about for years to come. Even a couple of drinks every few months at a shitty bar with your coworkers can help to release stress of a challenging boss or demanding clients. It's the quality and the company that make the experience rewarding, no matter the experience cost or whether it's done infrequently. Just as long as you make some time to get out of the everyday hustle and bustle of life. I like that last part. It's the quality and company that make the experience rewarding. So, you know, setting boundaries with those, you know, sorts of people that you don't really want to engage with anymore. And finding the people that you actually do want to spend time with. The people who will actually uplift you rather than tear you down. The people who will welcome you rather than just tolerate you. And yeah, like the Nine of Cups energy is kind of, again, bringing that energy of just kind of, you know, like chasing your own happiness. And, you know, it does have that energy of just kind of like dream fulfillment / like wish fulfillment. So like if there is, and also like it brings that energy of just kind of like the unexpected, like the unexpected finding us, things happening in unexpected ways. So, you know, maybe it's time to let loose a little and go do something that you've been wanting to do for a bit and haven't really had the time to do. Just to kind of help you get out of this, you know, sort of headspace that you're in right now. So, go do something fun. Go do something for yourself. Also, to answer your question, Single Pringle, yeah, the queue is open if you want to join. For anyone who wants to join, queue is open. It has been for a bit now, so. And then, let's get you the, Thera-pets card. I forgot the name for a second there. My brain is derping a little bit, because I'm kind of tired. I get there eventually, but it's taken me a little bit of extra time because my brain be lagging. Yup. Oh, we're gonna get those two, huh? This is literally the card that we got just a moment ago in the collective reading that you may have seen when you came in. They're just like, yeah, that one. And then you also got this one, which I did see just kind of like flip over, but it was stuck with a bunch of other cards. But they decided, like, no, that one. The one that was on the top. Get that one. You are a whole person, you are complete. Is the second one. And the first one, of course, is here's a friendly reminder that the negative voice in your head is not you, and you are actually completely delightful. And if this friend was also telling you a bunch of horrible shit about yourself, don't listen to it. And, know that, you know, like, regardless of how you're feeling at the moment and how, you know, broken you might feel and how much of your own value you may have placed into this relationship or any other relationships in your life, know that you inherently have value just on your own, and that you are a whole complete person no matter how broken you might feel, how much you're struggling right now. Okay? And yeah, don't listen to that harsh, critical voice in your head. Especially if some of this shit is just, like, not great shit that that friend told you, okay? Don't listen to that. But yeah, make time for fun. Make time for you. Okay? Is the general message of this. And thank you again for stopping by, and thank you again for the tip. I really do appreciate it. And it was nice to see you again, Aunt. Besides all that bullshit, I hope you're doing well. As well as you can be, anyway. Because I know shit's kind of crazy right now, just in general, so. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Yeah. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Yeah. It's a reminder that I've been getting myself a lot, is to prioritize myself and do things because I want to do them. Not because someone else tells me that I have to, or someone tells me that I can't. Or doing it just for someone else. I'm trying to remember to do things for myself. And remember to prioritize myself. And doing whatever it takes to actually just make myself feel cared for. And lately that's been doing little things and indulging a side of myself that I normally wouldn't, like this. I've been buying myself, you know, like things like these fake nails and stuff that make me just kind of feel a little bit more pretty. A little bit more, you know, just expressive. And tonight I literally just got dressed up just for myself. So So, like, yeah. Doing things just because you want to, and because they bring you, like, even just a small moment of joy. Like, those things are worth it. You know, those things are worth it sometimes. Because you're worth it. Just, as long as you're being responsible about things. As this card said, as long as you're being responsible about... Yeah. I can't talk. My brain is just not working. As long as you're being responsible about things, who gives a fuck? It was also kind of what this card said a little bit of as well. As long as you're being responsible about things, I did it again, Jesus. Who gives a fuck? Spend a little on yourself, go do something fun. As long as everything else is being taken care of. You know. And that's also a lesson that I've been, you know, fighting myself with for a while now. And I'm finally starting to just kind of actually listen to that, like, side of myself a little more and actually just kind of do things that I want. Including this! Because I've also kind of been really hard on myself about this and just kind of feeling, you know, just worrying. A lot of self-doubt and imposter syndrome gets in the way of me doing this sometimes. And I've been just kind of telling that shit to shut the fuck up lately. So, yeah. Yeah. I do hope that that message helped, by the way. And I hope you go do something nice for yourself. And I hope things start improving for you. So. It is your turn, Kels. Also, I should probably close the queue here soon because I don't want to be going like too long. I don't want to push myself too hard. So. So let me go ahead and issue last call for Q. If anyone still wants to join Q, you may go ahead and do so. Also, make sure that you're typing in... When you type in the join command, the command to actually join is included in the message. So, make sure that you are. If you still want to join the queue, make sure you are typing in the correct join message. I'll leave the queue open for a few more minutes here. Okay. Yeah, I was about to ask, are you ready? Okay. Do you want just the cat meme tarot, or do you want me to add in minor arcana with playing cards as well? Because I wanted to use this deck tonight because whimsy. Because it's a little too fucking serious right now, man. Okay. Let me take a drink of my energy drink. I haven't slept. The reason I'm tired, by the way, insomnia. I haven't slept yet. I'm currently subsisting off of energy drink. And also chocolate covered pistachios. So if things get a little weird today, that's why. Just saying. I needed to fix my sleep schedule anyway, so doing this is a way to keep myself awake so I can hopefully go to sleep at a decent time tonight. And the energy drink is there to just kind of help me make it through. It's there to give me that little push that I need right now. And that energy drink may be the only reason that my brain is still functioning right now. Alright, Kelts. Let's get you... Okay. Oh, are we gonna... Are we... We're gonna go there again, guys. We're gonna go there again, guys. I said whimsy, bitch. The follow-up cards better be fucking positive, okay? That's all I'm saying. Also, what direction you want to be in? That is still mostly sideways. Okay, you chose a direction, thank you. Very clear direction. Alright, let's see what we get for you for major, or minor arcana rather. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry. That would be the energy drink. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, we got the Nine of Wands. Okay. The Seven of Wands. Okay. 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 I got it. Hell yeah. Okay. So, this is kind of touching back a little bit on like a past, on like the last reading. not the reading that you got, but the one that Bree got. So, yeah, there's still, you know, like, some work that needs to be done here, okay? Remember to communicate through these problems here, okay? Like, I know, like, things are, like, testing you right now, okay? Things are testing you right now. There's some shit going on. Things might seem a little bleak, but don't let that anxiety turn into paranoia and cause, you know, cause this just kind of like butting of heads, okay? And like, you know, start those arguments, okay? Remember that, like, you should be working through those things together, okay? Like, it's not something that you deserve to be blaming yourselves for. Or each other for, okay? And it's not something that you should be, you know... It's not something that you should be arguing about with each other. But, you know, it's unfortunately a very common reason for argument, because, you know, financial stability is a very common point of contention and argument among couples. So, the Nine of Wands is here to remind you, don't let those, like, don't let those issues just kind of, like, get in your way here, okay? Like, keep going, keep pushing through that, and I know it might be kind of difficult, and it might be a little, you know, it might be difficult. But, know that rather than, you know, like, fighting each other, you should be working together and seeing it as you against the problem and not you against each other. Okay? Like, you're in this shit together. And there's still some, you know, like, work that needs to be done here, yeah. And that work is communicating, okay? Communicating the things that are bothering you. Okay? Communicating those, like, fears, those feelings. Let them out before they become arguments. Don't bottle them. That's how they turn into arguments. Okay? Because then that eventually just explodes out of you. Communicate. Talk through the problems. Okay? Talk through the things that are going on in your heads. Through the fears, the worries. The, you know, feelings of hopelessness, the feelings of worthlessness. Talk through it, okay? There's emphasis being placed on that lover's energy. Not just because of your relationship, but also communication. The lovers is all about communication. So, yes. Remember to just express the things that you're dealing with, okay? So that they're not just bursting out in heated arguments and anger that's being directed at each other. Yeah. So. Ugh. And I know that communication is once again being highlighted here because I noticed last time when I asked who the fuck is telling themselves I hate myself for not being able to do more, I noticed that neither of you said both. You both said me. Meaning that seems to apparently be something that you weren't communicating with each other. When those are the very things you should be communicating with each other. Precisely. Okay. Oh, it was 2 cards stuck together. Hold on. Let's do that again. Oh! Did you see how high that flew? Like the fucking, like, speed with which that just fucking flung itself out. Yes, my laugh is very much what earned me the nickname Evil Evie from my sister as a kid. So I have a bit of a cackle sometimes, yeah. Also, hello, Kazi. I hope you're doing well. I forgot to say hi to you earlier. Maple tree. There is a change coming that is so big it will shift all that exists. Oh, I know. Yeah, I've always been told that I have a very unique laugh, and my laugh is never the same. It shifts depending on mood, context, various factors. It was just, you know, a nickname that I got from my sister when we were very young, because we were kids. And we fucked with each other a lot. We just, you know, I mean, siblings. Siblings just mess with each other all the time. So. I'm doing well. And how are you? Alrighty. Also, I like the energy that this card is bringing. So, you know. Oh my god. I swear this card has been stalking you lately. You even got like another card. I think it was like the last time, I believe, in fact, when I think it was when I was using the Fuel Maker's deck. You got one of the cards that has that like Wheel of Fortune energy. And, like, there was a card recently that one of you got that I mentioned that also had that similar energy, and apparently I know that's come out for you guys like a fair amount of times too, for like both of you, and apparently this one holds that same energy. Maple tree. There is a change coming that is so big it will shift all that exists. Keywords are good fortune, signs of welcome change, dramatic changes, similar to Wheel of Fortune in tarot. Is what it says about this card in the keywords. Similar to Wheel of Fortune in tarot. Your higher self chose this card because it is a gloriously happy one that brings with it much improved circumstances and bliss. When you receive Maple Tree, you can expect dramatic change, good fortune, and a positive resolution to your situation. I hope there's a fucking positive resolution between you two. There fucking better be. It may feel like the universe is shining down on you and offering an unusual amount of good luck and well wishes. Take advantage of this happy energy while you can. Now is a good time to focus on taking action and manifesting dreams. If you have felt stagnant, receiving this card is a sign that your situation will begin to move forward and will resolve in your favor. Be on the lookout for different or increased opportunities. A financial windfall, meeting someone new who has great potential to be more, a sudden revival of a relationship, or, strengthening of a relationship. A sudden revival of a relationship or a career, or a greater sense of confidence, strength, and creative expression. This card also serves as a yes, and is your confirmation that the path you have inquired about is the right one to take. So, a yes to communication. Be sure to be generous with what you have. There's no need to give away your life savings or renounce material possessions in the pursuit of charity unless that is what you feel called to do. But sharing your good favor helps to extend the happy period. The more light you send into the world, the more you can expect in return. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. Exactly what I said about those anxieties and not letting them get in your way and just kind of turn into full-blown paranoia. I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. And apparently a mic drop, I guess. They're being sassy, but in a loving way, I guess. Does that really make it any better, guys? I know what one of you would say, but we're not listening to you right now, sir. I hope that message helps. Great. I'm glad. So let me close the queue before I forget. It's a really good energy drink. I don't drink them very often. I drink them very, very rarely. I just like to get one for myself every once in a while, because there are some that I actually legitimately like the flavor of. They don't sell my favorite one at Walmart anymore, which was a watermelon Warheads flavored one by a brand that's called Ghost Energy. They don't have that one at Walmart anymore, but it was very, very quickly replaced by this one here. C4 Energy. It's a watermelon Jolly Rancher flavored energy drink, and it tastes pretty much the same. Yes, they did, Bree. At least they fucking ghosted Walmart, so that's for sure. The ones in my area, anyway. It's tasty. Oh, really? You know, it's a definitely an interesting name for an energy drink brand, but okay. Okay. Let's see what we got for you here, Bree. Did you also want the major arcana from this and minor arcana from the playing cards? Okay. Huh? Oops. That sad face. That sad face. That sad face. That sad face and those little broken hearts. Why do I feel like this is just like the general mood right now? In like the quiet moments. I know, like, who hurt you? Who sent you a message that fucking broke your heart? He's absolutely destroyed. Who destroyed you? Who I gotta go fight? No sad. No sad kitty. Oh, is it one of those gotta pull your brain out and yell, be nice to my friend kind of moments? There, Bree? That meme. Eh. Why? 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 I'm gonna take them. Well, it's like all fucking like pentacle, and if this is a pentacle card, it's not. Okay, thank fuck. Thank fuck, it's not. Okay, but we got like, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, I get the sense that this is just kind of like the general mood right now in like the quiet moments, especially in the quiet moments, which is a mood, because this is me in the quiet moments at night when I'm lying in bed. Just kind of going everything that's been happening recently, going over everything that's been happening recently in my head, and crying a lot at night, and just feeling lonely and isolated. Has that been going on for you at all there, Bree? Yeah. I'm sorry. I know that feeling, unfortunately, right now. And the message of this is, like, it's a reminder to not, like... It's a reminder to not isolate yourself, and this card... I fucking know that feeling so fucking much, yes. That is pretty much, like, just about every waking moment for me. Like, ever since fucking December. And, like, especially when Adam closes, it's so much worse. Because then it's just like, but now I don't have anyone to talk to. What do I do now? Which, you want to take a guess as to why I decided to do this tonight? Despite getting absolutely no sleep and being very sleep deprived? Take one wild guess why I went live tonight and made myself do this tonight. Yeah. Yes, may Papa. Yeah, it's because I didn't want to be alone. So. And, this Hermit card, even though it's upright, it's a reminder that, like, there's value in being alone, yes, but if you know that you want to connect with other people, don't let that prevent you from doing so, okay? A lot of people end up just kind of feeling lonely because they're too afraid of actually reaching out to people. And just being like, hey, you wanna chill? You wanna hang? Like, make time for other people, okay? If, like, that's really what you want to do, make time for other people, okay? It's not something that you have to do alone, and right now you might be just kind of doing it alone because you feel like you have to. You don't. And also you're not alone in those feelings, because, yeah, like I said, hi. And this is specifically going in line with that 3 of Pentacles energy. Sorry, I also realized I forgot to mention, yeah, Pentacles energy. This is Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles. This is going in line with this Three of Pentacles energy because, Three of Pentacles is all about working with other people. Okay? It's about working with other people. And this applies to your situation currently with, you know, the arguments and things that have been going on with you and your wife. Yes. But this also just applies in general, okay? Like, yeah. So working together to kind of overcome, like, these financial obstacles, yes, but also these two cards in particular are just kind of going in line with me, or going in line together for me, just kind of like heightening that message of like not having to go through things alone. You can work through things with other people, okay? And ask for help from others. But yes. So there is that portion to the message, and I just wanted to state that first. Okay. Also, though, like, this is kind of touching back a little bit on, like, that last card that popped up for Kels. This Eight of Wands energy is showing... I consider the Eight of Wands to be a minor version of the Chariot energy, because this is all about momentum and things moving very quickly. It's very, very similar to the Chariot energy, actually. The Eight of Wands is all about things like moving quickly. There will be movement here. Things will begin to shift and change. And there's potential for things to happen, like, very, very quickly here, yes. So know that, like, things can still change here in regards to your financial situation, okay? So don't let those feelings of, like, hopelessness just kind of be like your only perspective. Just, like, flood your perspective and have that be the only thing that you see, okay? Remember that things can always change, they can always get better, alright? Like, yeah, things aren't the best right now, and you gotta, you know, like, carefully, like, manage your resources and finances and stuff, and make sure that you're being responsible about things and not overspending. Because, yes, those things will bring you momentary joy, but they're not gonna fix your problems. But that doesn't mean there isn't still value in treating yourself occasionally. Okay? And, like, yeah, I know you both wish that you could do more for each other right now, and you wish that you weren't so restricted financially right now. Yes. But, yeah. So, this is just kind of, like, in relation to your situation. Did I not close the queue? I swear I closed the queue. Did I accidentally click twice again? Oops. Oh well. Let me go make sure to go do that really quick though. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're all good. But, like, this is in regards to just kind of, like, feeling alone feeling like you have to like do all this work alone and work through like this like financial hardship and this entire like mess of like a financial situation and stuff alone. But like remember that like again, like remember that it's okay to accept help. There isn't a reason to feel guilty for accepting help, okay? And remember that this won't always be all there is. There is more to experience than just this, okay? So don't let those fears just cloud your vision. Things will begin to shift here. Things have been shifting here for you for a while now, and yeah, it's not the massive change you're hoping for right now, but it's beginning to shift. And the more it shifts, the more it will align with what you actually do want, okay? Things might not be perfect yet, and you might not have the fucking perfect plan together yet. But that doesn't mean that change isn't still possible. You don't have to have the perfect plan laid and have everything figured out to create something better for yourself. Okay. We have Fawn. Be curious, dear child, and explore the world within worlds. Yeah. These keywords are definitely going in line with that. That Three of Pentacles energy. Three of Pentacles energy is all about, like, kind of, like, learning. Actually, yeah, that is an aspect I forgot to talk about here. Let me actually talk about that really quick before I get into this. The Three of Wands brings in energy. Three of Wands. Three of Coins. Three of Pentacles energy brings the, like, the message of, you know, like, sometimes there's more to learn. Okay? And learning, like, necessary things, to, like, progress something, okay? And going in line with the Eight of Pentacles here, the Eight of Pentacles brings the energy of mastery. There may be still a bit of a ways to go before you get to this point, but know that you are still progressing to that point, okay? There might just be more that you have to pick up and learn along the way. But that's okay. Keywords are innocence, learning, educating yourself, and leaping into adventure. Your higher self chose this card because Fawn is a gentle animal energy to work with, but its soft nature does not take away from its powerful wisdom. Hold up. You have someone who's appeared to you with antlers, right? Have you been reaching out to them at all? because you might want to. This woodland creature invites you to explore your innocence and see yourself as a blank canvas on which anything is possible. That goes in line with this. A new adventure is waiting, and all that's required of you is a little effort and practice. Yeah, practice makes perfect. That's how you get to mastery. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take work. It's gonna take lots of practice. That applies to anything, not just skills that you're learning. Like, not just, you know, like actual, you know, like physical skills that you're learning. That also applies to mental skills. Okay? Especially when you're trying to shift your mindset and shift your perspective about things. And trying to unlearn old patterns that aren't serving you anymore. A new adventure is waiting, and all that's required of you is a little effort and practice. Soon a hesitant step on weak legs will turn into a giant leap of strength and graceful power. The Fawn card guides you to explore new ways to express yourself. You may consider taking a course, learning a new hobby, going on a physical adventure like backpacking through Europe, or even trying something new in your hometown. No experience will be wasted, as each new adventure will provide more self-awareness and sharpen your knowledge of your likes and dislikes and the things that make you feel alive. Deer are always ready to take a leap to get out of danger or pounce on an unexpected opportunity. Remain vigilant and do not second-guess yourself when the moment arrives to jump. Okay. I'm gonna count that card. I'm also gonna get another one. Oof. Or maybe not. Did you only want? Is that really the only one you want? I guess so. Okay. Okay. Fine. We'll do one card. Oh. Oh. I see. I see why only one card. Everything is scary, and you feel vulnerable, but that doesn't mean anything is going to go wrong. Anxious feelings aren't usually indicative of reality. Great. 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 Love that. I hope that message helps. Good, I'm glad. Also, why did you guys both get like messages involving anxiety and not letting that overwhelm you and just turn into paranoia and therefore turn into like a form of self-sabotage because you're just waiting for things to go wrong? Little shits. Yeah. 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 And I know, like, I know those messages are, like, very common. Like, not necessarily common, but, like, they've been, like, coming up for you a lot recently. They've been kind of common lately. And, you know, I've also been getting called the fuck out for, you know, like, letting anxiety get the better of me. And letting it sabotage. Like, sabotaging myself in that way. By just kind of letting it prevent me from actually enjoying the things that I want to. Like, you know, this, Mr. Sass. And just things in general. So it's definitely a mood right now. It's definitely a mood. Okay. You still here, Single Pringle? Still love the name, by the way. I should probably be chugging a little bit more of this energy drink before it gets to be too late. But I also don't want to be belching on stream, so, you know. To chug or not to chug. True. True. Central Standard. So it's currently going on 8 for me. I mean, I also haven't slept in, like, let's see, 20... 27, 28-ish hours. So it's already kind of fucked. I decided to just keep myself awake because I was already up like for an entire fucking day already. So I figured, why not just stream? Nothing can go wrong, right? It was a way to keep myself awake. The energy drink is just kind of fueling me right now, so keeping the brain working. Along with the nuts, which I should probably get more of. I'm kind of hungry. So, certainly an experience. Yeah. I'm apparently being a little more sassy, but that's pretty normal when I get tired. It's also pretty normal when I'm not. I'm just not always super sassy on stream. But I'm sleep deprived, those filters and those barriers start just coming down until they don't exist. And that's where the real fun begins. These chocolate-covered pistachios are delicious. I'm not sure that single Pringle is here right now. I see them in chat list though. They might just be busy. Okay. Well, if they come back, I'll give them their reading. If they come back, we'll give them the reading. Okay. It's your turn now, Kazi. Are you ready? Oof. Yeah, no problem. Do you want Major Arcana only, or do you want me to add in the playing cards for Minor Arcana as well? As I've been doing so far tonight. Okay. Let's see what you need to hear right now. Okay, hold on. Okay. Got the devil reversed. Interesting. Nice. It's usually about releasing some stuff. Okay. I don't think I've ever had a card pop out when I was doing the bridge. Well, I guess we'll take that one. Huh. Hello. Ah. Oh boy. Okay. We have the devil reversed, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So this is all about, yeah, the devil can also be about physical release as well, because there is that element of sexuality and stuff. Yes. Anyway, So, there's definitely just, you know, like some things that are holding you back just being released here with this double reverse card, okay? This right now is being highlighted, okay? Releasing this... like, essentially releasing what is being released here and what needs to be released here is this sort of energy, the Ten of Swords energy, which is just kind of like it's finding like releasing like the limiting beliefs and stuff that you've placed on yourself, finding freedom from the things that have kept you trapped for so long, and what you're finding freedom here, or that you're working towards finding freedom from here right now, is that Ten of Swords moment, which is that being in that situation where you just kind of are done. Like, it brings that energy of like defeatedness, where just like you're at your wit's end and you're just ready to just call it quits on everything and just give up. And yeah, okay. It's the energy of defeatedness, and just being done, okay? And right now, like, this situation is essentially what you need to find that freedom from, and what you just kind of need to release yourself from, okay? And yeah. So going alongside that as well is just kind of this need to just kind of like set boundaries. Releasing like letting go of like the self-limiting beliefs that you're placing on yourself, or just like the negativity that's being placed on you from like someone else, okay? And I get the sense that might be from someone else right now, given the Queen of Swords energy. The Queen of Swords energy here is bringing two things. This is someone who is just overly critical, like very harsh, and just unkind and unforgiving. They're just a detriment. They're damaging you, okay? And there's like a need to set boundaries and create a distance from that energy, okay? And that's again where like this is coming in, like finding freedom from this. And I know that you're working towards doing that for yourself right now, so but you know, things might not exactly be going the way that you want them to, especially given like the Ten of Swords energy. But yeah. So, yeah. 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 Okay. So two cards stick together? It was. I'm gonna take both of those right now. Because they both clearly just shot themselves out of the deck. That wasn't them just falling out of my hands. So we have campfire and root vegetables. Yeah. Campfire. Do not fear opening your mouth and allowing your tongue to speak. Keywords are telling stories, seek advice from others, and moral of the story. Your higher self chose this card because it may be time to seek out the help of others. You might find unexpected support, knowledge, or inspiration from someone who is more experienced and has a lot more stories to tell. Or you may find there are many people who have indeed walked in your shoes. Yeah. Even the most consistently successful people have experienced failure and challenges. Being willing to listen to those who have come before you can help build your strength and give you hope that you can also overcome the obstacles you are facing. And yeah, I've definitely been in that situation before. So I'm pretty sure the last time you were here and you got a reading, I believe you mentioned wanting to kind of get out of your living situation. So. And I know what it's like to live with someone who's just kind of like a detriment to your mental health. Campfire could also mean an older mentor might be available to you now, or will enter your life very soon. Welcome their advice and ask as many questions as you can. They may be able to offer a great deal of assistance if you're willing to approach them with humility and listen to what they have to say. This card could also mean you may find yourself in a mentor position, that someone else has sought out your knowledge and guidance. If that is the case, trust that others see in you what you see in your own heroes. Be generous with your expertise and be the kind of person who offers the same motivation you'd hope to receive for yourself. Okay. So, I don't know if you have anyone that you can, like, kind of go to for help right now. But even outside of that, and, like, outside of the message of, like, finding help, there is also that message there of, you know, like, there will always be success and there will always be failure. They're kind of just part of the process, so if things aren't working out right now, don't let that make you believe that, like, failure is all you're going to find in the future and that that's the situation that you can't ever escape, okay? Root vegetables. In those hidden places where most fear to go is where the most nourishment is waiting for you to behold. Keywords are digging for nourishment or gold, considering other resources, and going where others might avoid. Your higher self chose this card because you need guidance on how to dig deeper for the resources and nourishment you need for your situation. Some of the world's most precious and desired resources, such as diamonds, gold, truffles, and agar wood, a very rare and expensive fragrance made from a particular molded wood, are found in dirty, muddy places, and some of the most nourishing foods are found growing below ground. Root vegetables such as carrots, beets, and garlic are powerful superfoods that are known for their healing and restorative properties. Consider whether or not you have a complete understanding of your desires. You may need to consider enrolling in a class to learn more information, or perhaps, if— oh my gosh! No way! No way! You may need to consider enrolling in a class to learn more information, or perhaps, if you've also pulled Campfire, card 6. You might seek out a mentor who can offer additional guidance. Fucking what? In a relationship, you could ask more questions rather than assuming you know someone's intention. Do your research and review the fine print carefully when signing any contracts or before taking advantage of an opportunity. You might be surprised to find there are better options available. If you're feeling stuck, it may be time to think outside the box and look beyond what is immediately in front of you. What may seem like a dirty or even unsavory person or place could be just what you need. Yeah. And yeah, like, just because you're a mentor doesn't mean that, you know, you also yourself can't have a mentor. There's nothing wrong with that. There's always more to learn. Always more to learn. So, as the campfire card also did say, know that, even if you haven't found one yet, the campfire card does mention that one will present itself to you eventually, okay? So, yeah. Just keep waiting, okay? And also trust that you'll know when you actually find the right person, okay? You'll know. So, just, keep holding on to hope there, okay? Hello, carbonated milk. Love the name. Also slightly horrifying, though. But that's kind of what I love about it. And yes, there are 3 Loteria themed decks that I would like to get. A combination of... Well, actually there are 2. There's one Loteria tarot deck and one Oracle deck that I would like to get. And then there's... There's also a Sugar Skull tarot deck that I want to get to go along with those as well. Alright, and let's get you a Thera-pets card here, really quick, Kazi. Okay, hello. Progress is progress, no matter how small. So, again, small steps. Keep trying. Small steps, keep trying, keep holding on to hope. Okay? But yeah, I hope that message helps, Kazi. Yes, it does. Especially when, you know, that hope has never paid off for you in the past. But that might be one of those things that you need to work through releasing here, is that past pattern. So, yeah. Yeah, I've seen both of those decks before, and I'm pretty sure the Supernatural deck... The Supernatural deck is made by Insight Editions, right? I have like one deck from them, and it's hard to shuffle because they're kind of like matte, and they stick together like crazy. But I love the deck though. It's just a bitch to shuffle. But it still gets the job done. That's also a deck that I don't use too much anyway. Because it's dedicated to a specific being. So I kind of feel like that's just in general the vibe of like most things that Insight Editions make. But I mean, they're still nice and they're still pretty. So sure. I don't exactly do deity worship or like work or anything. It's dedicated to a guide that's on my spirit team. So it's when I specifically want guidance from him. So but yeah, you can ask your question, Kazi. Oh no, you're all good. Doesn't make me uncomfortable or anything at all. And I don't feel like you're judging me. And likewise, I'm not judging at all by saying that I don't really do deity worship or like deity work or like worship or anything. It's just not my thing. I personally don't really do it. Because no matter the being, no matter the being, I see spirit in general is there to serve you, not the other way around. They don't need for anything anymore, especially from the material realm. They're there to serve a purpose, and that purpose is to guide you. They don't need anything in return for doing that. That doesn't mean you can't make offerings to them, but when you're doing like deity work or like work, like reaching out to a deity or like even a guide, I see the offerings as more of a, like if you're placing offerings out to them to like contact them and like reach out to them, I see it personally as more of a focus, as with most other tools, it's a focus of intent. You place things that you would associate with them or things that you think they'll like to focus on that specific energy. It's not necessarily that they need it, it's just there as a focus. And it's not necessary, but it also, you know, it helps, it just helps people feel comfortable. A little bit more comfortable, and like, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if that's what makes you feel more secure in your workings and makes you feel like you're reaching out to the correct thing, like, go for it. Whatever makes you feel more comfortable and safe in your practices. I mean, I will say that, you know, like, in response to your question there, Kazi, I would personally say that, like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to help others, but if the work that you're doing is primarily focusing on, you know, like, healing yourself and working with yourself, working on yourself, there's nothing wrong with offering help to other people, but, you do want to make sure that you're not giving too much of yourself, and that you're prioritizing and focusing on yourself enough. Because you can't give too much of yourself and not save enough for you. Oh, sorry. I misread that part, yeah. I mean, the other part still stands. I mean, accepting help there's nothing wrong with ever accepting help. So, if people are offering you help, it's okay to accept it. We weren't meant to go through a lot of the things that we go through alone. And if there's someone in your life that wants to help you and that you trust enough, it's okay to accept it. And yeah, my queue is closed for the night. Unfortunately, yeah. But, thank you for stopping by, though. Yeah. I hope you get some good rest, too. Bunsfish, if you are still here, it is your turn. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No worries. Are you still there, Bunsfish? Okay. Also, I just realized it's like 8:30. I need to chug the rest of this energy drink, otherwise I'm probably not sleeping again tonight. Excuse me, jeez. Okay. I actually don't do anything right now. I've been unemployed for a while, actually. And I don't treat this as a job either. This is more of a hobby. So you're all good. No worries. But yeah. That's a good question, Kazi. Excuse me. I don't know anymore. I was up until about like 6 years ago, I was in college, earning a degree and studying, studying to be a programmer, essentially. And I was going to combine that with a few certificates, like a networking certificate, and also an A++ certification, which is essentially a certification, for like basic repair and maintenance of electronics. Because I wouldn't have minded until I actually got into the job that I wanted to, working as like a licensed repairman on like the side, for electronics and stuff. But and then I would have taken essentially the programming degree and the networking certificates, and there were also a couple of other things that I was looking into getting certificates for. I was planning on actually going into cybersecurity, funnily enough. That didn't happen because life got in the way. And somehow I ended up here in that time in between. 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago. And also, no. I don't want to be a programmer. I don't even want to be in that fucking space anymore. Because of the rampant misogyny and the just fucking horrible treatment that women get in that space. I'm not interested. I had enough of it just in the schooling that I did do. Like, I'm good. Oh, I'd end up getting charges for fucking beating the shit out of some asshole. No thanks. Plus, there's just no passion there for like programming anymore. That's not what I want to do with my life. In cybersecurity, I mean, look at how many people actually listen to cybersecurity experts. Not even governments do anymore. right now I'm actually just quite happy doing this. Even just, like, as a hobby. Nice. Nice. I enjoy doing this right now. Oh my gosh, me Baba. Careful there, my Baba. There are some people who might take that as a, There's some people out there who are into that shit who might take that as a bit of a flirt. Yeah. Yeah, I used to work in IT for a while and I loved it. Especially since I worked on the side of the IT department that directly actually helped, You're all good, Maybaba. But I used to work on the side of the IT department that it would essentially like directly help like the instructors, and I also helped with like setting up like some of the online courses and stuff. And I did like basic maintenance for like the equipment in like every classroom. So I actually kind of, you know, like made a difference just in like the general workings of the college. Both in classrooms and with the instructors and stuff. And I loved it. I loved my time in that position. But yeah. Yeah. For right now, like, I enjoy what I do here. Even if it is just, you know, like, pretty much mostly a hobby right now. I enjoy what I do here because I like helping people. So. But yeah. Also, I'm sorry, my bad. Are you still there, Buns Fish? I kinda got distracted because I kept yapping. Yeah, like my boss even like entrusted me to my boss when I worked in that position even entrusted me to do things that I shouldn't have been given the clearance to do. And she even asked for my opinion on a few things. And it's just like, I'm literally just a student worker. Why are you asking me? Well, yeah, she entrusted, like, some things to me, and also, you know, I actually did legitimately ask for my input on certain things, because she actually did trust my opinions and my judgment about things, so. Which was, you know, like, very validating and very nice, especially coming from, again, a fellow woman in that field. We'd been doing that for, like, quite a long time, actually. But yeah. Though, it was good that I got out of that position in that, like, place when I did. Because, not, you know, trying to bring up politics or anything, but she ended up being a pretty rabid Trump supporter. So, yeah. Yeah. But anyway. Let's see what you need to hear right now here, butts. Right. You want the Empress first. Okay. Ooh, fucking take off. Yeah. Okay. You got the Five of Swords. And also the Knight of Cups. Okay. So, there's essentially a need here to really focus on yourself and focus on making sure that your needs are being met here, okay? With this Empress Reversed card. This Empress Reversed card is essentially reminding you that self-care is necessary, okay? Self-care is necessary. Self-love is necessary, okay? Don't forget to show yourself that, like, self-love and keep working towards that self-love and, nurturing yourself and mothering yourself and just making sure that your needs are being met, okay? Because with the Empress being reversed here, it's just kind of highlighting that they might not really be being met right now, okay, in some way. And the Five of Swords is just kind of like bringing that, like, sort of like defeated energy, like a bit of a defeated energy, and just kind of like a heavy sort of like grief along with it as well. There's just, you know, like conflict of some sort. There's contention of some sort. Or tension of some sort. And this might just be the stress of everyday life just testing you a little bit. The stress of everything that's just going on around you. And within you. And that's just kind of like testing you a little bit here, okay? And in these, especially in these testing moments, it's really important that we prioritize ourselves and prioritize self-care and self-love and kindness and compassion to ourselves, because things are already like difficult enough as is with this sort of energy. We don't need to be adding on to that by being unkind to ourselves and being really hard on ourselves. Okay. And essentially, I get the feeling that this is just kind of like like, struggling to just kind of, like, get what you want here. Okay, with that, like, Knight of Cups energy. It's just kind of, like, struggling to, like, follow where your heart is leading you, perhaps. But going along with the rest of this message right now, honestly, what it's kind of telling me right now is, like, yeah, like, following your heart and stuff, and, like, making sure that you're following what you want and not, like, what others want for you is an important message. And I still feel like that's a key part to this message. But what it's saying to me the most right now, that Knight of Cups energy, is the Knight of Cups energy brings that energy of, like, whimsy. Okay. It brings that energy of whimsy. It brings that energy of, like, romanticizing your life. When life is really fucking testing you, you just gotta find those moments where you can just laugh and have fun. Okay? When things are really fucking testing you, you just gotta find those moments where you can laugh and have fun. Okay? And, are you perhaps, are you in a relationship or looking for a relationship right now? No. But my queue is unfortunately closed for the night, though. Is there tension between you and your partner? Or, like, are there arguments happening between you and your partner? Or maybe you just kind of feel like your partner isn't really meeting your needs right now? Okay. Okay. I just wanted to double check, because of the Knight of Cups here, and also the fact that the Empress is here. Yeah. I just wanted to double check. But yes. Yeah. So, it might be a bit difficult to follow your heart right now and just kind of get what you want out of the situation. But until you get to that point where you do find what you want, okay? And where you do get what you want, just take some time to, you know, like, enjoy yourself, okay? Romanticize your life a little bit if you need to, if that's what helps you keep your sanity. Find those small moments of joy, okay? Oh no, you're all good. I still have an oracle card for you, but if you need to go, that's all good. Yeah, no problem. And thank you for stopping by. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got for a closing message here. I'm definitely starting to really feel tired now. My brain is definitely struggling a little bit right now. Well, let's see what we got for closing message here. Okay. That was like pretty immediate. Okay. Okay. Oh, come on. Really? Really? Really, bitch. Okay, we have the moon reversed. The Nine of Cups. And the King of Cups. Great. Right now, right now, you might be in that rather, the moon upright energy rather than this, you know, reversal energy right now, where things don't exactly make sense. You're not really certain how to, move forward with things, what direction you should be moving in, what you should even be doing to, like, get things going and pursue the things that you want here, okay? How to pursue, you know, those dreams and make those dreams just kind of, like, work out for you, okay? The Nine of Cups is like that. It's that dream fulfillment slash wish fulfillment sort of energy here, okay? It's finding those it's essentially getting what you want out of the situation, getting what you want out of life. And you might not really be quite there yet, okay? You might feel a little lost, feel a little uncertain, not sure what you should be doing, where you should be going, how you should be going about it, and how to really truly pursue that, okay? And how to really truly lead with your heart and follow it with 100% trust in yourself. And that it's going to lead you in the right direction, okay? However, know that even if things don't make sense right now, know that eventually they will. Eventually you will see things clearly. You will have that perspective, that insight that you need. You'll be able to see things clearly and be able to actually fully chase after those things. But even if you don't have everything figured out right now, don't let that stop you from going after the things that you want. If we needed to really have everything completely 100% figured out and have a full solid plan in we wouldn't really get anywhere. We wouldn't get much of anywhere. Sometimes figuring that out and just kind of seeing where that leads you is just part of the process, unfortunately. And fortunately. Sometimes that's just kind of the fun in it. But also, as you're waiting for this as well, like as you're waiting to just kind of have enough clarity to really see how you should be moving ahead with that. Don't be afraid right now until you find that moment where you really know what you want and you really truly know how to go, like, start going about it. Don't forget to, like, take some time out for yourself and just find those small moments of joy, those small moments of happiness in life, okay? Yeah. In that case, just keep kind of holding on to hope a little bit, even when all seems hopeless. It might come about in a way that you don't expect. Because sometimes that Nine of Cups energy also brings about that dream in a very unexpected way. Sometimes that Nine of Cups energy can be, you know, still finding what you want, but perhaps maybe not quite the way that you expected to go about doing it. But yeah. And yes, leading with your heart is important, but also don't forget to balance logic and emotion, okay? That one is specifically coming from the King of Cups. It also brings that energy again about, like, going after what your heart wants and following your heart with 100% complete trust. But also, sometimes it is balancing your heart with your emotions. Or, like, rather, your emotions with logic. Balancing your heart with logic. So. Because the King of Cups is also... brings a bit of a diplomatic energy to it as well. So. Hello? My lights just shifted. I like how they shifted to red. As a reminder, like, you saw my hands right here, okay? And my remote is literally right here for my lights. I like how it's red, the color of passion, as well. It's just so on point right now. And prioritize what you want out of life. Prioritize yourself, okay? Is the point of all that. If you want to summarize that, yeah. It was like 3 or 4 cards sticking together. That card almost popped out, but it didn't. Okay. Oh, not this. I know the message of this card. This is going to go so in line with what I said about this and going about things in unexpected ways. I know the message of this foraging card. Alright. I got 2 cards here. We got Witch's Gathering and Foraging. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we got Witch's Gathering. Gather in power, come together in grace. Unity is rising, and all will be embraced. Keywords are loyalty, faith, friendship, and cooperation. Your higher self chose this card because it is a good omen of friendship and renewed connection. This is a positive sign for you if you're seeking to reconnect with a lost friend or lover. Take steps to reach out, as your reunion will result in a joyful and positive experience. Witch's Gathering is also a great sign if you're seeking new relationships, either intimate or platonic. There are people who are just your kind of people, and you will likely go on to build rewarding, loyal, and long-lasting relationships with any new people entering your life at this time. Seek people who share your values and interests. You may be surprised to find there are many people who understand you on a soul-deep level, who have been looking for someone Oh, I can't talk. Who have been looking for someone just like you. I keep skipping ahead a few words, and my brain keeps combining them. You may be surprised to find there are many people who understand you on a soul-deep level, who have been looking for someone just like you to occupy room in their lives. There, I got through the fucking sentence. This card also brings an important message. Relationships are not to be taken lightly, and they require care and attention. True. It's important to make time for people who are most important to you because they need your love and support just as much as you need theirs. And maybe even more. This card guides you to say yes to as many social invitations as possible. There are people who are very eager to meet you, and you never know when a party or night at a bar with a friend can change your life. It's even more critical for new relationships that are fragile and just beginning to take shape. If you're feeling vulnerable, it's safe to say others might be feeling something similar. Making time and doing your best confirms your desires to have others around and will go a long way in showing how much you care. That goes in line with like a message that someone got earlier about making time for others. If you value people in your life, let them fucking know, because you never know when it's gonna be too fucking late. Saying that as someone who lost their best friend last December. Their best friend. You never know when it's gonna be too fucking late. My one regret is that in their final days I didn't spend enough time with them. Foraging. There is no better feeling than having gone after what you desire. This goes very in line with that it goes very in line with the entire message, but also specifically the Nine of Cups energy. Keywords are on authenticity, hidden talents, acting upon your uniqueness, and effort. Yeah. Your higher self chose this card because sometimes you need to go out looking for food, even though the grocery store is just down the road. Although the store is convenient, your life dish may require an ingredient the store can't offer. Or perhaps your soul is seeking a more authentic flavor experience that is unique to you. The foraging card has found you because it's time to get up, go out into the world, and discover all that is waiting for you to pick up and put inside your basket. It's tempting to take the easier road, but that path is crowded with hordes of people attempting to do the same. They look the same, do the same things, and are ultimately lost in a sea of conformity and ordinariness. Nothing that stands out from the crowd. By taking the road less traveled, you could stumble upon an undiscovered patch of greatness. What makes you unconventional, strange, or completely different? You may not think being eccentric is a strength, but your quirks are what set you apart from everyone else. Receiving this card is an opportunity to discover and embrace your hidden talents and act on them. Perhaps you feel like you have nothing special to offer, but you most certainly do. Truffles are one of the world's most coveted and expensive foods, yet they are notoriously difficult to find. They are always at the base of a tree, and generally buried below the soil, hidden from the naked eye. What makes you unique is just the same, and you may need to dig deeper. It may require significant effort, but what you'll discover will be worth its weight in gold. So, uncovering what you truly want may take some time, may take some effort. But know that chasing after the things that you want has value, okay? And quite honestly, there isn't time for anything else. Especially with the state of the fucking world, okay? There is no time for anything else. Go after what you want. Hello. But yes. And also, as that card says, you know, just because you're doing something differently than someone else doesn't mean that you don't still have value. In fact, it's that uniqueness that does give you value. It might take a little while to uncover that hidden part, that hidden talent within yourself, but don't devalue yourself because you're not doing something the same way that someone else is. For a while, I kind of discounted myself a lot. And worried that there wouldn't be anyone that would actually really like me and what I have to offer. Because not everyone is into shadow work. Not everyone wants shadow work readings. But rather than doing fortune-telling readings, I feel like doing shadow work readings and self-reflection readings have a lot more value because they help you actually create the life that you want. So. Not that there's anything wrong with fortune-telling readings, by the way. Not at all what I'm saying. There is value to both, and there's space for both. Both are good, but most people are kind of looking for the very things that I don't offer. My readings are pretty much almost always in the context of shadow work, so not gonna be for everyone, but the people that actually do like that have found me and have stayed with me, so yeah. But honestly, if anything, I feel like yeah, fortune telling readings and that style of reading is nice. But getting readings that focus on self-reflection and shadow work can often kind of help you create that for yourself. Like, they help you get to that point. There's value in both. And there's value in doing both. So, yeah. I kind of consider them to be two sides of the same coin, honestly. But anyway, let's see what the Thera-pets deck has to say, because I almost forgot about it. Whoops. Why did that land all the way over there on my keyboard? Okay. You again? I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. Don't let that, like, don't let the harsh inner voice and the anxiety just kind of keep you from actually doing the things that you want to do, okay? Anyway, I hope that message helps for whoever needed to hear it. And with that, unfortunately, it's time for me to call it so that I can actually go rest and try to get some sleep. I am actually starting to get very, very tired now. But at least I made it through this long. Hopefully my sleep schedule will be more on track now. My sleep schedule's never gonna fucking be perfect. I've always been more of a night owl. And there's nothing wrong with that, so. But, my sleep schedule should at least be a little better. Right? Like, honestly, like, real. Maybaba. Real. Question I ask myself all the time. How long is it gonna last this time before I fuck up my sleep schedule again? Because my body doesn't want to let me sleep. Well, yeah. Anyway. before I start yapping more, because I tend to yap a lot when I'm really tired. Definitely need to call here. So I can go, like, rest and relax and just try to wind down for the night. And hopefully fall asleep, you know, within the next hour or two. But, thank you all for stopping by. Whether you joined the queue, talked in chat, or lurked, I appreciate you sharing your time with me. I hope to see you all again soon, but bye for now.